Welcome. I'm the Nasty Pastor. I'm back with another segment, another chapter of the Love and Respect Experience. The author, Dr. Emerson Eggerichs. I want to thank you for the views. I want to thank you for the likes. I want to ask you this. Have any of you that have seen the clips, have seen the reels, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, where else? Snapchat, Pinterest, wherever you have seen the Love and Respect Experience content, have you viewed the full reading? Peep this out. Some of them 14 minutes long. Some of them may be 20 minutes long, 30 minutes long, 40 minutes long. I say this to you. Anything you do in life, you're going to have some patience in it to produce some good fruit, to produce a good decision, to produce a good outcome. Peep this. You tired of arguing with your spouse? I know I was. You tired of self-destructing yourself because your spouse don't understand you? I know I was. Peep this. Go on over there, get you some education. Got me? See, one thing about me, and once again I'm going to say this to you, I am the Nasty Pastor. If you have viewed my full readings, I've explained to you, I love that title. I love it. I couldn't have a better title that fit who I am. Look, check out the full readings. They're at Only Faith Ministries. That's my YouTube channel. Look, we on chapter 33. And remember, like, share, comment, and please subscribe. The title to chapter 33 says, all things do work together for good sooner or later. You understand what he's saying? You understand the title of chapter 33. All things do work together for good sooner or later. See, if you got a person in your life, a spouse in your life, that's willing to get into the deepness, to the emotions of your marriage and figure how to work it out, it ain't going to happen overnight. It's just not. You're not going to wake up and all your indifferences going to be conquered, going to be cured. It don't go that way. It don't go that way. You got what I'm saying? You're going to have to, okay, the spouse don't like me snoring. Let me figure what's wrong. Let us figure what's wrong. And let me, work on that. Okay, the spouse don't like me while my spouse sleep, I'm up looking at TV because it's irritable. Okay, I ain't sleeping. Let me go on up to the living room. And if there's a person out there viewing saying, but suppose we only have a TV in the bedroom, you figure. What matters to you? You figure. Do you cut the TV off or do you get a person waking up out their sleep cursing you out? How you want to live? Because see, me, I got up, went to the living room. You got what I'm saying? When it was an issue, I got my butt up and went on in the living room. You got me? See, in the beginning of our relationship that led to a marriage, I worked at night. I worked 11 to 7. So when I come home in the morning, she's woke. You know what I mean? So she giving me, she have given me, like when I come home, I eat, bathe, kick it, then I'm off to sleep. I don't even get no flack from the kids when they come in from school if it's not the summertime. You see what I'm saying? If it's during the school year, I don't even hear the kids because the room door's shut. She know I like the TV. You got what I'm saying? So the TV on, where's she at? In the living room. You got what I'm saying? Up in the kitchen figuring out what we gonna eat for dinner. You feel me? Maybe washing some clothes. You feel me? The point I'm making, there were some things that she just would not be irritable about. Now don't get me wrong. There have been some moments I've been woken up because sexual appetite. You got what I'm saying? If I ain't give it to her after I got off the shower before I went to sleep, I might got woke up later on in the day. I might have. And it depended on what she's doing to me, whether I'm going to smile or I'm going to frown. Anywho, let's go and get into chapter 33. The verse comes from Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. The Creator's purpose is your purpose. You ever heard the saying, I haven't finished doing what I'm supposed to do on earth, so I know I'm not ready to die. I'm not ready to be called home. Or have you heard the saying, I haven't finished working, so whom I pray to is not done with me yet here on earth? Okay. When you meet your purpose, this is how I see death. You got me? When you meet your purpose, you're going to be called home. Your home either heaven or your home is hell. One or the other. You're not going to live on purgatory for the rest of your life. This is a level that takes you to your next level. Anywho, let's go and get into chapter 33. And once again, I am the nasty pastor. Please go like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow. Anywho, let's start this off. When one of you makes a mistake, control any anger you may feel and trust God completely, no matter what happens. These words were a bit of advice I offered to my son Jonathan and his brides, Sarah, in a special letter I wrote to them 18 months after I officiated at their wedding in a storybook setting on Mackinac Island in Michigan. One of the stories I put in the letter follows. It's a story that may be heard to believe, but it is true. Married less than a year, Sarah and I arrived at my parents' home for a weekend visit while preparing for bed. I noticed I had forgotten my contact lens case, so I improvised a fatal mistake. For overnight storage of my contacts, I put water in 2 juice glasses, dropped the contact in each, and put them on the top of the toilet tank in a nice safe place. Next morning, I found one of the glasses empty and my contact gone. Sir, I yelled, did you do anything with my contacts in the 2 juice glasses on the back of the toilet? When I heard, oh no, I knew we had a problem. I got up in the night and used one of those glasses to take a pill. Mad as a hornet, I bellowed, you did what? How could you? For heaven's sake, you drank my contact. As Sarah joined me in the bathroom, she left the door open. Young and very much in love, we were not too skilled in handling anger. Stung by my heated words, which my parents could hear, Sarah retorted, why would anyone in his right mind not put a sign up saying, do not use? She make all the sense in the world, right? Right? Does she not make all the sense in the world? How would she know? How did she know? She don't know. I don't believe she drunk. the contacts. I believe she washed the cups out, rinsed the cups out with water, and then filled it up with water and drank the water. I've been in a moment like that with the wife that was, where that I jumped the gun. And I had to come back and, you know what I mean, listen to what she said, thinking that I'm right. You got what I'm saying? All because I'm not thinking. You feel me? I'm not thinking. Peep this, to have avoided that, right here, to have avoided that, why didn't he do that? Why didn't he make sure anybody that come in that bathroom know not to touch those glasses because they have what? His contacts in. Right? Right? Thank you. Something so easy. Something so easy as to taking a piece of paper, writing on it, taking a piece of tape, and putting it on these glasses, right? Thank you. I retorted by questioning Sarah's sanity as a well. Oh, as Sarah joined me. Oh no. I retorted by questioning Sarah's sanity as well, wondering why anyone would drink out of a glass sitting on the back of a toilet. She wondered why anyone would leave a glass of water there if he didn't want it used. Round and round we went, making no sense, knowing we had no money to replace the contact, an expensive item at that time. Only fueled our frustration and anger. Eventually we calmed down. I felt foolish for going off on Sarah and in front of my parents to boot. Within the hour, Sarah and I prayed together and we invited my parents to join us. As we both asked for forgiveness for our anger, we claimed the promise in Romans that God will cause everything to work together for good for those who love him. My prayer was short. Lord, you know about the contact. Your will and good work be done. Thank you. Because we could ill afford any extra expense, I went to the optometrist, fearing the worst. To keep the story short, I got the best. My eyes had always needed contacts of different strengths. The doctor test showed that I needed stronger contacts on both eyes, but the contact I had left was the exact strength needed for one of my eyes. So I only had to get one new contact. Sarah had swallowed the contact that needed replacing. Sarah and I rejoiced at the good news, seeing it as a sign that God does indeed make all things work together for good for those who love him, even the mundane stuff. But suppose I had needed 2 new contacts. Would God have failed to hold up his end of the bargain in Romans 8:28? Of course not. God does not always send happy endings that fit our perspective, but he does work out things for the good of those who love him, and sometimes he allows contact to be swallowed so we can truly see. Now peep this out, right? That little part right there, I kind of agree and kind of disagree, because see, one thing I'm going to say about whom I pray to is this right here. There's a reason why things are done to you. There's a test you play into every day of your life. Every day of your life, every second, every minute, every hour of your life. And this particular incident, you know, dude was tested. You got what I'm saying? Do you see where you messed up at? How can you be angry with your spouse without seeing? Let me say this correctly. How can you be angry with your spouse when you missed a step, a warning to others to not do? How did she know? How did her know what was in these cups if she's not told, if her is not told. So your unawareness, your neglect of not letting the house know, not letting your spouse know, my eyeglass, my contact container back home somewhere, so I'm gonna use this. You feel me? I'm gonna use this. You ever heard this saying, if you don't know, then you don't know? You got, excuse me, you got me? If you don't know, how can you get upset with me? So when I said every day of your life, every minute, every second, every hour of your life is a test. It's a test. Who you are, while whom you pray to look down, set every obstacle in front of your face, whom you are. Remember, if you go to the Only Faith Ministries channel on YouTube and you view chapter 22 of the Only Faith Ministries reading of Revelations, at the end I say a part, it sounds like Revelations is talking to us men, not women, men. We're tested every day, so remember that. God had worked good in our lives that we learned that a good marriage is not about being perfect communicators who never lose their cool. But when we do, it's about talking to Him and listening for His answers. It's not about staying angry at each other for days over a mistake. It's about swallowing our pride, stopping to pray, and seeking good guidance. Over the years, we have learned that we stay on the right path when we trust God completely, no matter what happens. We urge you to do the same, knowing He does work out things for good, sooner or later. Well, that's the end of chapter 23. Once again, I am the nasty pastor. To backtrack a little bit, my youngest son, mom, it was an incident where that I was running late to work. I had to catch the bus, you know what I mean? And the bus was sitting. I could look out our bathroom window and see the bus sitting. I could walk out my back door, go through the gate, I'm on the bus. This particular morning, I was waking up late, and yes, the trash needed to be taken out the house, and yes, the dumpster is right there by the gate. But I had to do a whole lot. Get myself together, brush my teeth, wash my face, put my clothes on, go down, get the trash, put another trash liner in the trash can, and maybe had to clean the trash can out because there might have been some type of spoiled milk at the bottom, water, food, whatever. You got what I'm saying? I just kept jetting to the bus because when I looked at the time, I said, this bus get ready to leave in 5 minutes. So I had to practically, in 10 minutes, maybe lesser, get myself together, run out that door, get on that bus, make sure that it don't leave me, or I'd have been late to work and probably would have been fired. Because the job I was on at the time, I really didn't care too much about it. It was a below minimum wage job, a hot box. They don't treat you right. So, you know what I mean? Plus, I was going through a lot when I was with my youngest son, mom, too. I was going through some things, some mental things with her also. But I had to hear about that, leaving that trash there for the whole week, another 7 days. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say it was a Monday this happened. I had to hear about that to next Monday, which is something I didn't like. I don't want to keep hearing that. But I never argued with her because I was wrong. You got what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to come home from work, walk into a house and smell a funky trash can. Smell some funky trash. Don't nobody want to do it. I don't want to do it. So I know how she felt. You feel me? So I just shut up and said, I ain't gonna never do that again. You feel me? And what it made me do before I went to bed at night, because on that job I was working a morning shift. I was getting off at 3 in the evening. I had to be to work at 7. I get off at 3. And before I go to bed at night, I make sure the trash done. You feel what I'm saying? So listen to what I'm saying. You got what I'm saying? Your life is a test. When you bring another person into your life, especially in a relationship, you're tested. Either you're going to fail it or you're going to pass it. Either they're going to love you or they're not going to love you. Either you're going to get cheated on or you're going to be the one doing the cheating. Or y'all going to have a marriage, a relationship of good communication, good verbal communication, good physical communication, and it's love being shown. It's love being nurtured. It's love that has patience. So look, once again, I am the Nasty Pastor. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, follow. And guess what? If I don't love you, don't nobody else love you. Love yourself. That way you ain't got to worry about whether or not nobody else love you. You feel me? I'm out.